In recent weeks, Senegal has made headlines around the world, with a decision that has far-reaching implications for both its national sovereignty and regional geopolitics. President Faye's bold move to close all French military bases in Senegal marks a significant departure from the country's historical ties with its former colonial power. This decision is not just about removing foreign troops from Senegalese soil. It symbolizes a broader assertion of independence and strategic autonomy that reflects a growing trend across Africa. Senegal's relationship with France has long been characterized by military cooperation, with French troops stationed in the Dakar region under the premise of mutual security interests and regional stability. Historically, these bases have been seen as beneficial, providing support in combating terrorism and maintaining stability in the Sahel region. However, under President Faye's leadership, there has been a growing sentiment that this foreign military presence does not align with Senegal's national interests. The decision to close French military bases is unprecedented and has sparked. President Faye's administration argues that these bases symbolize a lingering colonial influence that undermines Senegal's ability to chart its own course in international affairs. By removing these installations, Faye aims to reclaim territorial control and enhance Senegal's capacity for independent strategic decision-making. This move is part of a broader agenda to strengthen Senegal's national security apparatus without reliance on external military support. President Faye has openly questioned whether hosting over 350 French troops truly benefits Senegal or merely serves French interests. This critical stance resonates deeply with a nationalist sentiment prevalent in the country, where there is a strong desire to assert sovereignty and control over national affairs. But President Faye's vision extends beyond military considerations. His administration is also focused on economic reforms aimed at bolstering Senegal's financial stability and competitiveness. One of the key initiatives involves advocating for a more flexible currency arrangement to reduce dependency on the CFA franc, which is pegged to the euro. This policy shift is intended to enhance Senegal's economic sovereignty, making it more resilient against global economic fluctuations and better positioned to pursue long-term development goals. Moreover, Faye is committed to renegotiating oil and gas contracts to ensure more equitable terms that benefit Senegal's national interests. This reflects a broader strategy of asserting control over natural resources and fostering economic justice and development within the country. By securing fairer terms for these contracts, Senegal aims to ensure that its natural resources are managed in a way that benefits the country's long-term economic stability and growth. The comprehensive strategy for Senegal encompasses economic, military, and social dimensions, all aimed at ensuring the nation's sustainable development and cultural sovereignty. Central to this strategy is reclaiming control over Senegal's natural resources and ensuring they are managed in a way that benefits the country rather than foreign corporations. This approach reflects a deep commitment to economic justice and national development. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to bring you in-depth analyses of critical geopolitical developments like Senegal's bold move against French military bases. Critics have speculated about President Faye's motivations, questioning whether he is merely a pawn of Western interests or genuinely prioritizes Senegal's well-being. However, his stance against the French military presence aligns with a broader trend in Africa, where many nations are increasingly asserting their sovereignty by re-evaluating foreign military engagements on their soil. This move is seen as a significant geopolitical maneuver that signals Senegal's evolving stance on international relations. President Faye's public statements regarding the presence of foreign troops in Senegal underscore his commitment to reclaiming national sovereignty and achieving strategic autonomy. He has openly questioned the necessity and benefits of hosting over 350 French troops and allowing foreign garrisons to occupy a significant portion of Senegal's Dakar region. Faye argues that such a presence undermines Senegal's aspirations for full sovereignty and control over its territory. This emphasis on territorial control and independence reflects a broader agenda to strengthen Senegal's national security apparatus without reliance on external military support. The presence of French military bases in Senegal has historically been justified by mutual security interests, particularly in combating terrorism and instability in the Sahel region. However, Faye's critique challenges the effectiveness and appropriateness of this arrangement. He raises concerns about whether foreign military presence truly benefits Senegal or perpetuates dependency and external control. Beyond issues of sovereignty, Faye's decision also signals a commitment to regional solidarity and cooperation. He has expressed a desire to strengthen ties with Senegal's Sahelian neighbors, emphasizing collaboration on regional security challenges. This broader regional perspective underscores Faye's intention to reshape Senegal's foreign policy in alignment with its national interests and regional dynamics. President Faye's decision to block French military bases in Senegal is particularly significant against the backdrop of ongoing security challenges in the Sahel region. The Sahel faces persistent threats from terrorist groups and insurgencies, making security a paramount concern for West African nations. By rejecting foreign military interventions in favor of a regionally focused security strategy, Faye's administration emphasizes the belief that collective, regional efforts are more effective in addressing complex security dynamics. This move positions Senegal as a leader advocating for African solutions to African problems, aligning with broader continental initiatives, like those promoted by the African Union. By prioritizing regional solidarity, Senegal aims to contribute to a more integrated and self-reliant West African security architecture. This approach not only enhances collective security efforts, but also builds greater trust and collaboration among neighboring nations facing similar security challenges. Beyond security considerations, Faye's administration is also focused on economic reforms, aimed at bolstering Senegal's financial stability and competitiveness. One of the key economic initiatives involves advocating for a more flexible currency arrangement, which aims to reduce dependency on the CFA franc pegged to the euro. This policy shift is intended to enhance Senegal's economic sovereignty, making it more resilient against global economic fluctuations, and better positioned to pursue its long-term development goals. Moreover, Faye is committed to renegotiating oil and gas contracts to ensure more equitable terms that benefit Senegal's national interests. This reflects a broader strategy of asserting control over natural resources and fostering economic justice and development within the country. His comprehensive strategy for Senegal encompasses economic, military, and social dimensions, all aimed at ensuring the nation's sustainable development and cultural sovereignty. Central to this strategy is reclaiming control over Senegal's natural resources and ensuring they are managed in a way that benefits the country rather than foreign corporations. Faye's administration is committed to renegotiating existing contracts for oil and gas to secure fairer terms that prioritize national interests over foreign corporations' benefits. Moreover, Senegal's strategic calculations extend to significant social issues. Faye has called for Western countries to show restraint, respect, reciprocity, and tolerance, particularly concerning LGBTQ rights and gender equality. His statements acknowledge the existence of homosexuality in Senegal while emphasizing the need to address social issues within the framework of the country's socio-cultural realities. This stance highlights the tension between Western human rights, advocacy, and local cultural norms, reflecting a nuanced approach to social policy. Faye's call for respect and reciprocity underscores the importance of recognizing and respecting Senegal's cultural context while addressing social issues. This approach aims to balance human rights protection with cultural values preservation, fostering a more inclusive and respectful dialogue on social policy. His emphasis on socio-cultural realities also critiques Western influence in African countries, advocating for a contextually appropriate approach to social issues that asserts cultural sovereignty and resists external pressures misaligned with local values and traditions. Blocking French military bases signifies Senegal's broader commitment to national sovereignty and regional solidarity. This decision has far-reaching implications for Senegal's strategic posture and regional dynamics. In the regional context, Senegal's decision may inspire other West African nations to reevaluate their foreign military agreements and prioritize regional solutions to security challenges. This shift toward increased regional cooperation and self-reliance has the potential to reshape West Africa's security landscape, fostering more sustainable and effective approaches to shared challenges. France's response to Senegal's decision to block French military bases has caused significant repercussions in Paris, prompting France to reassess its military and diplomatic strategies in West Africa. France's military presence in the region has been central to its foreign policy since the colonial era, with operations such as Operation Barkhane aimed at countering terrorism and supporting stability. French military bases in Senegal have been crucial for logistical support, training, and rapid deployment capabilities across the Sahel. In response to Senegal's move, France is likely to adopt a multifaceted approach. Diplomatically, France will seek to engage with Senegal's officials to understand the decision's nuances and explore negotiation avenues. These high-level talks would aim to address Senegal's concerns about sovereignty and strategic autonomy, while emphasizing the mutual benefits of continued military cooperation. Militarily, France will need to reassess its strategic deployment in the region. The removal of its bases in Senegal necessitates identifying alternative locations for logistical hubs and operational bases. This might involve negotiations with other West African nations, or enhancing existing facilities in countries such as Mali, Niger, or Chad, each presenting its own set of challenges and implications for regional dynamics and France's counter-terrorism strategy. Beyond immediate military considerations, France is likely to engage in broader diplomatic efforts to reaffirm its commitment to regional stability and counter-terrorism. This could involve increased collaboration with regional organizations such as the African Union and the Economic Community of West African States. By demonstrating a willingness to work within regional frameworks, France can bolster its legitimacy and support for its military presence in the region. Senegal's decision is part of a larger trend in Africa, where countries are increasingly seeking to redefine their relationships with former colonial powers. This shift away from traditional Western allies underscores a desire for greater sovereignty and self-determination. As more African nations pursue similar paths, the influence of former colonial powers like France and the United Kingdom may diminish, leading to a more multipolar world. The reconfiguration of military and economic alliances in Africa opens opportunities for new global players to increase their influence. Countries like China, Russia, and other emerging powers are likely to seize this opportunity to expand their presence in Africa, offering different models of engagement that often focus on infrastructure development, trade, and security cooperation without the historical baggage of colonialism. Changes in West Africa's security landscape will also impact global security strategies. Countries involved in international counterterrorism efforts, such as the United States and European nations, will need to adjust their approaches to account for the evolving dynamics in the region. This will involve forging new partnerships, increasing support for regional initiatives, or recalibrating their strategic priorities. Senegal's economic reforms and renegotiation of resource contracts have significant implications for global trade and investment. Senegal's commitment to renegotiate oil and gas contracts to secure fairer terms reflects a broader trend among resource-rich African countries seeking better deals with multinational corporations. This push for more equitable resource management could influence global markets by altering the dynamics of supply and investment in the energy sector. Multinational companies may need to adapt their strategies to align with the evolving expectations of African governments. Senegal's stance on economic sovereignty and fair resource contracts could make the country more attractive to certain types of investors while deterring others. Investors who prioritize transparency, fairness, and long-term partnerships may find Senegal's approach appealing. Conversely, those accustomed to more favorable terms may seek opportunities elsewhere. This shift could impact the overall investment climate in Africa, encouraging more ethical and sustainable investment practices. The move towards a flexible currency pegged to multiple currencies supports greater regional economic integration. By aligning its currency policy with the broader goals of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, Senegal aims to facilitate trade and economic cooperation within West Africa. This regional integration can enhance the economic resilience and growth potential of the region, making it a more significant player in the global economy. In conclusion, Senegal's decision to block French military bases represents a significant turning point in its domestic and foreign policy with far-reaching implications for regional and global geopolitics. As Senegal moves forward with its strategic vision, several prospects and recommendations emerge that can help the country navigate the challenges and opportunities ahead. Strengthening regional alliances, diversifying economic partners, promoting ethical investments, enhancing social cohesion, and implementing economic reforms are all critical steps. By following these recommendations, Senegal can ensure continued progress towards its goals of sovereignty, economic resilience, and social cohesion, positioning itself as a more autonomous and assertive player on the international stage. Your engagement is crucial to our channel's growth. If you found this analysis insightful, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us bring you more in-depth insights into significant geopolitical developments like Senegal's bold move against French military bases. Stay engaged and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Together, let's explore the evolving landscape of global politics and Africa's role in shaping its future.